everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. We are on December the 26th here for Dephemerember. So our prompts are Collaged, Postcard, and Curiosity Shop. So today's going to be kind of a simple project, but also a use it up kind of project. So I've got 3 different kinds of vintage book page here, and then I found this vintage postcard, Greetings from Huntley, and it's got a nice blank back to it, and it's printed in Great Britain. And so what I want to do is just very simple collaging with vintage book page. So I'm just going to create a basic background to start. So we'll just tear up some printed space here. I can't believe I have made it this far, so far, through Dephemerember. We're getting down to the end. I admit though, I really have had fun with it. I like the pieces I've been making. I've been having a nice time watching other folks' videos. It's been fun. So, much like other years, it's been fun. I liked this year. I liked the prompts, and I also liked that it wasn't like overcomplicated and there wasn't a lot of I guess like side conversation going on. Just kind of focusing on the Dephemerember aspect of things, extra projects and all that I don't really have time for. So yeah, if you hear crazy banana heads, that'd be my kiddos. They're having a fun time. I'm actually filming this, believe it or not, on Christmas Day, so the day before. I have all the food prepped and cooking, and I thought I would take a little time to just sneak away and see if I could film this today, because I didn't film like super ahead or anything during this time. My kids are screaming. They're like playing, they're chasing each other. They're playing like games upstairs. They have grandparents here today, so there's all sorts of excitement going on. I apologize for this is Christmas season here. So, it comes with the territory of this channel, as many of you know who've been here for a while. It's usually not too loud, but it's the holidays. So I'm just going to cover up this whole postcard, and oops, I covered the or I have a blank back there. I don't want the blank. For those of you who are stressed, I'm using this postcard this way because it's vintage. This is part of a giant box of postcards that I got in an estate sale. I have a ton of them, and for the ones I use them for all different things. Like sometimes if the back's really interesting, I will use it as kind of that front surface, and if the back's not interesting, then I'll just use it as a back. Done a lot of different projects with these postcards, and they're a lot of fun to play with. I usually get my postcards like at auctions, kind of by the box load if I can. It's the best way to get them. That was a big clang. I don't know what fell upstairs. I suspect probably my daughter's her little hammock that they've been playing in all day. I got her a camping hammock, and so they have it all set up in the dining room. They're playing with it. Okay, so we've got this all covered now. That's what I wanted. So then let's just cut the excess off. I'm not going to go too close to the edge, because like the postcard has this fun edge, decal edge, and I don't want to lose that. Okay. Then the use it up aspect of this. Okay, so I have all these little packets of like ephemera bits that I got a long time ago, like from AliExpress. So, you know, it's one of those things like you order something like this and then you've got this stuff and you got to use it up. So when I think about curiosity shops, I think about beautiful windows, beautiful front windows. And I'm kind of looking for like the perfect one for this. I quite like that, but I also quite like this littler one. But I think we need a bigger one to make this more meaningful. And these are like doors, but they're a little too big. I don't want flowers or shutters, like large. I don't want this one because it's closed. This one doesn't say curiosity shop to me. This one does, but it's a little too big and I wouldn't want to lose the sill. So we're getting down here. This one is shutters, a little small. That's a door. This is the one. See? As it often is, the first one that you kind of come across is the one. So let's go ahead and kind of prep this for how we're going to want it to fit. I think like that is how I will want it to fit so that the top stays on. So then I'll just go ahead and I'll clip the bottom right off. There we go. Okay. Move these out of the way. And then I also have this little, this is called the collector. So when I think of curiosity shops, I think of like eclectic bits and bobs and things, and that is what we have in this little packet here. So if, like me, you've got all sorts of these kind of like little ephemera bits and things, if you've picked them up online or, you know, somewhere, this is kind of a way to use them up. Think curiosity shop. So I essentially want to have this kind of bustling with things, and I'm trying to decide if I want it to be like outside of the window or just inside the window where it's bustling with things, and I'm not 100% sure yet. I think it might be kind of fun if I do have things going outside, but I'll limit it to just frames. So the more interesting things will go only under the window, but outside the window we can have frames kind of busting out, you know? So if we did this, not that one. Here's a little thin one. Before I lay that down, I think I'll grab another round one. Here. Oops. This one will go on top because it's a little thinner. Then we need a small one. Not the right color. Some of these might need some ink. I'll go with this rusty rusty hinge. Okay. Be like that. So that's that side sorted out. And then the other side. so quiet today. Like, outside, my neighborhood is so quiet. You know, everybody's inside with their families. It's kind of that time of day where things haven't, you know, gotten to the point where I'm, as I call it, making the gravy. You know, that's the most calamitous time of the day, is making the gravy, when everything's getting hot and hotter and you got to get it all sorted out. I'm going to go with this side of this one. Going to kind of drag this a little on the scorched timber for a little gentle color texture. I envy the people who get to like go to the movies at this time of day during Christmas. I used to do that when I was younger. We would go to the movies in the middle of Christmas Day while usually my ex-boyfriend, his mom, would be making the dinner, and we would all kind of get out of our way and go to the movies. So now let's find the interesting stuff that we want to lay in the background of the curiosity shop. So we're just going to fill in this gap here. But we have to give it a little bit of thought because, you know, it's what's going to be showing through the window. So I think I'll think about things that are good background, like this cog is a good background. And we have a clock down here that would also be a good background. And maybe even this little sign that says together, because it's got good colors. Like maybe it's a little wooden sign or something inside. I don't know. We may not even see all of this, to be honest, because so those are the backgrounds. Now I want to fill up the things that I want to really see. So this is the owl I want to see. So we got to make sure he's in a spot that makes good sense for this piece. Yep, right there. I want to see this like Anne Boleyn kind of girl. And then one more thing. Here's like a little sewing machine. Yeah, that would be enough. That would definitely be enough to kind of make this interesting. So let's get going with this. And I know this is lots and lots of layering. Okay. Her there. Then the sewing machine. And then the main focal point is the owl, which is here. Push that over just a tad. Push this up a little maybe. Let's just compare how it looks on our window here. She needs to come down. He needs to go over a little. Just before I press everything down, I'm just going to make sure. Owl goes up. Okay, and actually I might lift the owl, put the sewing machine on top. This here. Okay, so that still needs to come down. A little bit more. There we go. That's how I want it. Yep. Okay. So we'll just go in with a bit more glue at the back, making sure, because we did a lot of, you know, renovating this curiosity shop here. Okay, good. Just gonna glue the window. Okay, place this whole thing down here. Then I think what I'd like to do is just add some stitching right around this center pane of the window. So I'll be right back. Okay, so then I have stitched around, and I'm just going to come in with a couple like little numbers just to add some interest. There we go. So these, you can even kind of rough them up a little and they can stay a little floppy and lifted. And then I'll take the edge of my scissors here and just kind of scuff up that edge. Then, with the rusty hinge, we'll come in with the ink here and just kind of ink it a little bit on the edge. Okay. Then the back, because we did stitching, we're going to see the stitching on the back. I actually definitely do not mind that at all. But I am going to ink because I think it'll look kind of more interesting to even bring the stitching out a little bit more. Okay. Let's seal the glue. Excuse me. Okay. So we have this, and that would be like a really cute little pocket, or obviously a little tuck in, but you know, that's just a simple little project. And obviously you could take this kind of method of layering little frames and little bits and bobs, and you could make a whole larger piece with like spattered paint, mixed media, all of the things that I think, you know, we know are possible during Dephemerember. We see lots of it. I'm sticking with kind of like just the concept, right, of just representing a little curiosity shop. If you're interested in the concept of like curiosity shop, you can search my channel for the Curiosa journals, and you will see that I made some very, very like detailed Curiosa kind of journals that fit this theme. And so for today, I have had a lot of fun. This was a fun little project, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next week for the final couple days of Dephemerember. Bye for now.